Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast. This is We Are Bagu, Season 2, Episode 1 versus Sonic Adventure 2. If this is your first time checking out the podcast channel, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you get a chance, head over to our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And don't forget to join our Discord. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the podcast.
We Are Bagu.
You can't really do this to me again. I can't help it though, this is a setup for something.
God dog it.
Dude, what makes it even better is every time you talk, it flashes on screen. It's not SA2's fault Duck sucks at it. Like, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's true though.
I mean, we'll get into it, but
What the fuck?
yeah, why don't you have any video?
Hang on, I can't hear you.
Oh, you
Yeah.
were fucking with me.
I was.
I knew it. Dude, I fucking knew it. And you got the background, you got the hat.
Yeah, that's gonna be playing the whole time because
ask you
you
a
clearly
question.
can't.
What's
Huh?
on the shirt?
Oh, that's Persona 5. It's still Sega,
Uh-huh.
but I don't have a Sonic shirt. Hey everybody, welcome to We Are Bagu. What's We Are Bagu, Duck?
It's a podcast where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between.
And this time we're talking something that's a little bit in between. We're talking something that's been on Steam, Dreamcast, GameCube. It's been around. We are talking, finally, Sonic Adventure 2.
This is Duck, and I'm here with
Dr. E, baby.
Dr. E. Yeah, he's also a
Or
reverend.
should I
if you
say
didn't know.
Reverend? I don't know.
Dude, you're
something
Doc-
E. We'll go with
Dr.
more titles.
Reverend
Yeah.
Ethan Eastwood Esquire the Third. That's the way I'm looking
That's
at
Mr.
this.
Dr. Reverend Professor
Damn
Ethan.
it! You got me. Listen, Ethan said it. We're talking Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, I guess, if you want to add that to the end of it.
That's one and the same.
Yeah, so we got to break down this game a little bit, tell you a little bit of the history of the game real quick, and then we will get into our feelings on the game and discuss it fully. But basically, this game went into production almost immediately after Sonic Adventure was released. At 18 months worth of production, it was made by the USA team, which I think the original Sonic 2 was made by the USA team also. So I don't
Yes,
think...
Sonic CD was supposed to be the spiritual Sonic 2, but that was the Japanese team that was working on that, and then the true Sonic 2, that was the US team. What the fuck?
My place is haunted as
Yeah,
fuck,
your
dude.
ghosts are stirring this
Well,
morning.
my ghosts are feeling the same way I am, with rage and anger. That's all I have to say. So yeah, Sonic 2, 18 months worth of development. I think that's quite a bit more than the original Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 was a pretty short development cycle, which, considering how, as of late, I've been delving into like Unity development and stuff like that, granted it's a lot more streamlined now than it was then. The fact that they were able to pump out that high quality of a 3D game in that short a time, that's fucking incredible. Sonic Adventure 1, I know it has its problems, but fuck's sake, you can't deny that that shit's impressive.
Yeah, it was a very short production time, and this game is definitely more polished. I played two different versions of it. I started on the Dreamcast version of it, and then realized pretty quickly that was not going to happen. So I moved on to the Steam version of Sonic Adventure 2. And Ethan, I just got to tell you, this game, it's bigger, it's badder, it's horrible. This game
Fuck
sucks.
you.
No, it's horrible, dude. I fucking hate this game, and I don't know how else to say it.
Duck, it's not Sonic Adventure 2's fault that you suck at this game.
That's not true. If it was a better game with better controls and better camera, I would be better at the game.
You
This
came in
game is
hating this
broken.
game.
This game
You
is broken.
You hated this
It is
game from
broken.
level 1.
It is not good. Exactly, and I played it up
If
almost
you come
to the
in with
very
a bad
end.
attitude, you're gonna have a bad time.
Listen, I had some good times with this game. I'm not going to lie. So we'll get into it. Ethan, let's get into your history with the game. You said this is one of your favorite games of all time. Is that correct?
This is easily one of my favorite games of all time. I've played through this game countless numbers of times. This is the disc I would put in my GameCube over and over, and I would play the story from start to finish over and over and over and over again for years. This was the game I could always come back to. So I know a lot of these levels like the back of my hand. The boss fights I've played a billion times. Well, okay, I should say this. I needed a little bit of alcohol to get through the end of Dark Story, but
Yep.
to be fair, Rouge's
fair.
level is my one big complaint with this game. I have some nitpicks. It's not a perfect game by any means, by any stretch of a country mile, but Mad Space, Rouge's last level, that is easily the worst thing that has ever been put onto a disc.
But there's no way Mario Galaxy did not steal that
Oh, they saw that and were like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah, there's a full game
Yeah.
over here, and I was shocked when I got to that stage. I was like, "Holy shit!" Even up to the capsule like shaped meteorite, I was like, "This
Yeah.
is Mario Galaxy," and they had gravity physics too on the one
Mhm.
meteorite. I was like, "You've only implemented it this one part in the game." Nintendo took that idea and made an entire game out of it. They totally
And it was one
stole
of the best Mario games ever made.
Absolutely. And then Sega comes the full way around eventually when they get to Sonic.
Lost World.
Yes, thank you. Sonic Lost Worlds is a total ripoff of Sonic Galaxy. So is it Sonic or Sonic Galaxy? Super Mario Brothers Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy.
I thought you were going to say, for a second there, I thought you were going to say Sonic Colors, because they kind of had a little alien thing in the different worlds, but they didn't go, to my knowledge, as far into like gravity and shit like that.
Yeah,
It was more just like playful alien worlds.
When you get to Sonic Lost World, it's a combination of the unreleased Sega Saturn Sonic 32X or whatever they were calling it at the time, and Mario Galaxy. It's a really interesting game. I actually do enjoy it. I enjoy that one. I think that the speed and like I think the first couple levels at least live up to that. But let's get back to Sonic Adventure 2, because I will say Sega released the demo of this game for the Sega Dreamcast, and I had the demo disc, and the first stage of Sonic Adventure 2, I think it was with my Sonic Adventure, it was a dual disc, and like the second disc was the demo disc for the game. And it's great. The first level of this game is absolutely mesmerizing.
Oh, City Escape is iconic. Unless you're talking about Eggman's little base infiltration on Dark Side Story.
No, we're talking about the Hero
Dark Story first. No one played Dark Story first.
And that's the thing, is this game separates into two separate games, basically. You got the Hero Story, which is Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and then you've got the Dark Story, which is Eggman, Rouge. Is it Rouge or Rogue?
Yeah, Rouge the Bat and Shadow the Hedgehog. And it's really interesting, too, because they're very distinct in difficulty, play style. They really made two completely different games. And even the stories that are told is a little bit different between the two. You have everything go right for the bad guys in the Dark Story. They kill Tails, Sonic, everyone. It's all good here. But then you go over to the Hero Story and they defeat Eggman, they beat Shadow, they beat Rouge. And I never understood why they did that. I think that was just kind of a cool mechanic to go, oh, I can kick Sonic's ass here. But either way, I think canonically Hero Story is the one that's the true path there. But how they kind of did the Dark Story is slightly more difficult than Hero Story thing. I didn't quite get that, but I think they figured that more people were going to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles first and then go to Dark Story. So if you started on Dark Story, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, and I don't know why you would start over there anyhow. I mean, we have to break down kind of the gameplay mechanics. So they went and looked at Sonic Adventure 1, and they said, what works? And even in our review of it, we said the three things that worked were going to be Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And for some reason, they looked at that and said, yeah, Sonic and Knuckles work great, but we're going to add in the E-Gamma. What the fuck was that? Like, it was somebody's like pet like project. They're like, I'm going to make this shooting level work. It was better in this
game though. Like, it didn't have that stupid timer. You didn't have to keep collecting rings and stuff. These felt a lot more polished and well done. Knuckles and Eggman.
Oh, Knuckles, huh? Fucked with you. Sorry.
That's okay. Tails and Eggman, their levels were made for the mechs. They weren't reused like in Sonic Adventure 1, and it feels a lot better. So I love the mechs gameplay in this. The little rotating turret thing and being able to just mash B, blast all the enemies. Something about that's just fun.
No, I fucking hate this game so much. So much. Sonic's levels are pretty much the exact same, except where they add the rails, which you can grind, which is obviously an homage to Tony Hawk or something like that, because Tony Hawk is
badass, dude.
It is. You know what? It adds to the speed, and anything that adds to the speed is good. And most of the Sonic and the Shadow levels, to a lesser extent, are pretty good. They're very difficult, though. That's the one thing, is the flow is 100% interrupted in this game, which I think is important. I think Sonic is about going fast and then having to pause, and then going fast and having to pause. So I think this game, especially some of the Sonic levels, the first one, which is based on San Francisco, and then the jungle level, And
Green Forest was really good.
it's
Metal
really
Harbor
good.
I also really like. That one's got a lot of really good speed runs. And then probably the slowest two that come to mind would be the second to last level for Sonic, Crazy Gadget, because
Yeah.
that puzzle at the end where you're in this section of the space colony where it just opens up into space and there's these floating blocks. I think I finally found the path you're supposed to take to get to the goal ring, but it's not obvious whatsoever.
No.
And then
but I enjoyed it.
Shadow's last level, final rush, I think is what it is, or final chase, where you have to spin up those little tubes.
Oh yeah, the outer space level.
No,
I
I've
like
never
that
liked
level. Oh, I like that level. See, I thought that was a good challenge. That was just enough of a challenge that I was entertained. But I think every other Shadow level kind of sucks in this game. They definitely put the money's worth behind the Sonic levels for the development to make them fun. I think the Shadow levels almost feel like an afterthought. Plus, I don't like the way Shadow runs. I think it's annoying.
Dude,
I think
it's badass.
No,
He's like skating.
It looks stupid. It looks stupid. Give me
Speed
Sonic with the
skating,
fucking. Like, no, I don't want none of that, dude. That's annoying. He's
It's
cheating
punk
too.
rock, bro.
Obviously, that's in the shoes, and the shoes suck. Those are some Nike fucking swoosh or something. I don't know.
Dude, Nikes don't have jet boosters at the bottom of them.
Yeah, see, he's not even fast. He's fucking cheating. Sonic is naturally fast. Fucking Shadow is.
He's the ultimate life form.
And I actually feel like Shadow is slower than Sonic. Do you get that impression, or do you think
No,
they're
he's
carbon
the same
copies?
speed.
Whatever. I like to think Sonic is faster because Sonic is better than Shadow. Knuckles and Rouge, the levels I like the most. Believe it or not.
Knuckles had the better levels of the
Yes.
two. Rouge had a couple. This is probably an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
I like the Chaos Emerald level where you're stuck in the vault. You have 5 minutes. You have to hunt them down. It's a pain in the ass. I hate it while I'm playing it, but I secretly love it.
Is it the pyramid level? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's where you're on Prison Island and you're stuck in the vault. You have 5 minutes and you have to find the Chaos Emeralds.
Utterly
that are
forgettable.
inside
Don't
the
even
vault.
remember playing that level. I love the pyramid level, dude. Where, like,
The one with the little locust thing that's
yeah,
floating
it's got
around?
like the scorpion and it's got the fish and it's got different little caverns. I was like digging it. And the end boss, the big Boo ripoff, the fucking Ghostmaster Flex or whatever it was.
King Boom Boo.
That was it sounds so bad. Like
It's so good.
Dude, I loved it. And I was like, this is obviously a ripoff of Super Mario once again, but it made me so happy. And the boss fight was actually kind of fun. That one and the Golem on the Sonic level was a lot
Egg
of
Golem's
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
When you're playing as Sonic. When you're playing as Eggman, it's like, really?
Yeah, it's whatever. Like, I want to say in the Knuckles and the Rouge levels, one of the things that I really liked was at first I didn't realize you could go to the monitors and get clues. And once I figured that out, I started enjoying the levels immensely because it became a scavenger hunt. Whereas before, I was just looking for the blink, 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 and I was really getting fucked up because I couldn't find anything. So once I finally got to the point where I was like, oh, this is actually a scavenger hunt. This is something fun to do. I really started to enjoy it. And
They
then
had that in Sonic Adventure 1 too.
had no idea.
Yeah, those monitors are around. You walk up to them, and if it has more hints to give you, I think typically you can get 3 or 4 per each emerald. It'll give you clues, and you can hit start, and the clues will scroll at the bottom of the screen, and you can kind of review it. Which I would not be able to beat Mad Space without those little monitors, because fuck Mad Space.
And they lie to you. That's the part that's
They're
funny.
backwards.
They're backwards.
They're backwards, or they will lie, or whatever. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. And it made me dizzy. Mad Space made me wicked
Mad
dizzy.
Space is bad.
It's rough, man. But I mean, at the same time, you got to see it. Mario Galaxy totally stole it. So it just blows
They
my
stole
mind.
it and made it work.
Yeah. Well, finally, we got to get to Tails and Eggman. So these levels are the mech levels where you have to shoot at stuff. And I kind of get why they did that with Tails. It's interesting they did it with Eggman, and I'm going to say the Eggman levels are better.
Yeah, I can agree with that. His levels are a bit more interesting, going through the space colony while it's dark. You have to use your gunfire to kind of light up the hallways. His last level, where you're in outer space and the jet booster actually does more and will lift you higher, I love that level. That's so good. I'm with you. Eggman has the better of the two, but it's still good overall.
I think the Eggman levels are better, but I do get frustrated with them. But I did find myself going like, give me an Eggman level over a Shadow level. And that really spoke to me on like how I felt about the game at that point. I was just so sick and tired of it. I was like, I need something slow paced that I have more control over. And the shooting levels, they're platforming levels, and you do have control over your character. So I will give them kudos for that. I would say gameplay wise, this game is tighter, and also just taking away the Amy levels and the Big the Cat. But holy shit, Big the Cat's everywhere in this game. Like, he's hidden everywhere. I kept finding him, and I was like,
Posters, billboards.
he's in vents. He's in.
Yeah.
He's hanging out on like just the side of like.
They didn't want you to
caverns
forget
and
that
stuff
Big the
like that.
Cat's a thing.
No, they were like, you hate Big the Cat? Fuck you. We're putting Big the
And
Cat in here.
If I'm not mistaken, on Tails level, whatever, the fucking highway one that Tails does,
The worst
there's like wanted posters for Big and I think Froggy that you can
Nice.
see on billboards around. And I thought that was funny.
As somebody who likes Big the Cat's levels, I'm going to say that I thought that was pretty
Dude,
cool.
you had me finish that fucking last few for Big the Cat. So you
Like I
can't
said,
even
as
say that.
somebody who likes to watch his friend Ethan play Big the Cat's levels,
There you go.
I really liked it. You said that you think Hero storyline's better, correct?
I like this story overall. I think it's really interesting. Of course, the voice acting's pretty janky. You have shit like, I'll make you eat those words. You know, it's iconic at this point, but it's tacky, it's cheesy, it's just good fun. But yeah, hero story overall, that and final story, perfect. Dark story just fills in some gaps of what happened and who these people are.
Can I
And
tell you the
Shadow's
truth?
angst.
I
You
didn't
don't know anything about this story. You don't give a fuck. You didn't pay attention to it whatsoever. You
Nope.
just wanted to be done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I skipped through. So what did I miss? Basically, the storyline of it is Eggman is not a bad guy in this. Somebody else is, or has he lost control of his?
No, he's
Can't-
trying to be a bad guy. He's pulling a Dr. Evil and wanting to hold the world ransom with a giant space laser. So he blows up half the moon, goes, okay, you have a day to meet my demands or I'm going to nuke the earth. Have fun. Yeah, he's a bad bitch in this game.
Yeah,
He's literally
bad bitch.
threatening to blow up the earth. There's none of this, I'm going to take it over. No robots and animals. None of that crap. Big laser. This is the Chaos Emerald level.
Yeah, fuck that level. All right, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's actually a fun level. That's a good
Security hall. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember.
level. Go.
Yeah, so the whole game is the first few levels for both stories kind of sets that up. He releases Shadow. It's his grandfather's pet project, Project Shadow, the ultimate life form, and supposedly when you release him from the capsule, he'll unleash turmoil on the world. And then he learns about the space colony arc. They start powering up the cannon with Chaos Emeralds, and then that's when Hero Story comes in. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles start catching on. They chase Eggman to his pyramid base, fight him there a little bit, take a rocket ship off to the space colony arc, and then the last half of this game takes place there. Knuckles goes off and gets the Master Emerald and just happens to have it in space, which works out for the better. Everyone else, Tails and Sonic and I guess Amy, even though she does nothing, they're trying to convince Eggman that this fake Chaos Emerald is a real one, so they will blow up the laser, and Eggman's trying to get all 7 so he can fully power up the laser. That's why most of the Dark Story revolves around them getting all of the Chaos Emeralds, and Hero Story, they're just trying to feed him the fake one. It doesn't work out for either side until the very end. I guess Eggman does technically get all 7 into the laser, but it doesn't activate the cannon like he thought. Instead, it unleashes this big monster that his grandfather secretly hid again. And backstory about how Shadow's older sister or something, or Maria, I don't know what she is to him technically.
I think it's the daughter of the professor.
It's Gerald
or whatever.
Robotnik's granddaughter.
Yeah.
She gets killed. He's upset. He blames the world, goes insane, and he unleashes this monster once all 7 Chaos Emeralds are in there, and is going to crash the colony into the earth. So that's the thing that kind of never clicked for me. His grandfather wants to blow up the earth. Robotnik wants to blow up the earth. But Robotnik's suddenly like, no, that's not right. We're not doing it this way. I think he was going to kind of pussy out at the end.
Fucking Killer Robotnik, bro. That was pretty good. that was like spot on. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, maybe he wants the credit is why. Or maybe
I think he just wanted, the street cred and to hopefully get his ransom, but wasn't actually going to blow up the earth or something. And so at the end, they all work together.
And that's called Last Story. Once you beat Hero Story and Dark Story, you get Last Story, which you have to play through on every single character again, and you
All
only
in one level.
on one level, which is next to fucking impossible. This
It's
is
a
what
great level, dude. It's not bad.
Dude, it is broken as shit. Okay, let's get into this gameplay issues. Okay,
Okay.
this game does way too much, and I'm okay with most of it, but the Rouge Knuckle underwater segments are broken as fuck. Now, I had to go back. You warned me. You said there's a very specific item that you need to breathe underwater. And he said, you probably want to get that. And I said, fuck that. I hate this game. Well, I get the last story. I need that for the Knuckles level. There is no way I
You
would have
don't
beat that.
need it?
Yeah, okay.
Because I used to beat that level without that air necklace because I
You're
didn't know it existed.
You're a wild man. That's all I have to say. You are a crazy, wild video gaming man because I don't know how you would have done it because it does the classic thing with Sonic where you can get the air bubbles. I saw them, but the swimming is so broken in this game. It is so tremendously not working right and then you're fighting it with the camera, which the camera you have better control on the Steam version, and that is why I switched over from Dreamcast, because Dreamcast doesn't have a right analog stick, so your camera control is all done through the L and the R, and I just couldn't get it right because I kept wanting to go to my analog stick. I'm so used to that, so I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it's too much work to play this game this way. I'm just going to go Steam. I wanted to go classic as much as possible, but I'm like, I'll never beat this game. I'm so happy I did it because I didn't beat this game anyhow, but we'll get into that. I feel like Last Story is a great, frustrating rage quit, which I did, part of the game, but
It's a good payoff.
It's very broken. I literally had to go back to like stage select and try to get as many lives as possible to try to beat it, and still I couldn't beat it. I just
Well,
angry.
if you go back to Aquatic Mine on Knuckles' level, because he has the hardest underwater section of it. Rouge, I don't think she has to go underwater, if at all. But if you get the air necklace, which is not too hidden, but it's a little out of the way that you could easily
I
miss
drowned
it.
a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, but once you get it, that level's a cakewalk. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to get air bubbles. You just
Right.
you're underwater. It's
And I
just
will say that that's one thing I did like about this game is I systematically got better at this game after dying and dying and dying. And you talk about playing it all the time. My girlfriend told me that for 2 years, this is the only game she played when she was younger. Like, there's something to this game. I don't know if it's the graphic design. I know for a fact it's not the fucking gameplay, but you guys like it anyhow. But maybe it's the challenge because I'm guessing you had to build up your understanding of the game and you've died over and over and over again. And you
Over
got
years.
better and better and better. That's what I'm saying. It took years. I'm not putting fucking years into this game. I'm
you
putting
don't have to
2
put
weeks.
years into this. It's a matter of you keep playing it and challenging yourself to beat this level. You look up how people approach this level. You look up at where these secret items are, like the air necklace. I had no idea until, do the will thing where I'm tapping on the keyboard and boom, there it is. Air necklace. Cool. I can just skip that whole part. Awesome. It's a matter of you'll get better as you play and progress and things like that. Like you even said it yourself. You found yourself throwing lives at these levels.
Yes.
Finally beat it and then move on to the next one. That's
Yeah.
how it goes, dude. This game is not easy.
It's
That's
not.
what makes it good.
That you
Because-
said that too. You said that to me. You said the challenge. You said this isn't like no pussy new fucking Sonic games. This is the real shit.
Yeah, the newer Sonic games, dude, I could be completely wasted and still blindly play through those games, beat every level 99 lives. This one, I was a little bit tipsy and I was having trouble with the end of Dark Story and Final Story. And I've played this one for about 22, 23 years.
I just want to say a fuck you to Ethan right now because he's playing in the background of his Zoom meeting Sonic Adventure 2, and it's next to impossible not to watch. Like it's very distracting, but we're getting through it.
Can we just appreciate Eggman's like perfectly circular spherical head?
Oh yeah, your sister said it best. He got tiny legs. That about killed me.
He got tiny legs.
He goes, he got tiny legs. I was like, I was like, that's awesome. Yeah. So Last Story. I made it as far as getting to the Bio Lizard, the first battle, and I just said, Ethan, I'm done.
Both of the Bio Lizard and Final Hazard are really hard.
And I watched Ethan play through them on Steam, and that's why the final level I caught him playing that, and that's why I felt I'm good enough. I don't need to play this because it looked hard as shit. And Ethan was rage quitting.
I wasn't quitting, but I was definitely raging. Like, holy fuck, dude. For whatever reason, the detection on that last boss fight, for anyone that hasn't played it, of course, Super Sonic and Super Shadow, that is the end climactic battle of this game. The Bio Lizard, this secret being that Gerald Robotnik made, fused with the Ark and is continuing this crash course towards Earth. They have to defeat the thing. And so they go super, and you have to kind of dash into these sore spots or swelling spots on the monster, and all the meanwhile he's got these little red balls that fly at you and lasers flying across that'll knock you back, and it's really not clear, for one, how to switch back and forth between characters other than hitting the guy.
No.
I knew you could because I've done it before, I just couldn't remember how.
And I helped on Steam. I said,
He did,
Ethan,
he
fly
did.
past him. And you're like, oh, that's it. And then you did it. And then
Yeah.
that's when you finally were able to win. I clipped that entire boss battle that you did. So if anyone wants to check it out, please go to Steam and check out Ethan being drunk and playing the game. He
But
was tipsy.
the detection on that fucking boss fight, like hit detection, collision, is horrible. There was like a good 4 or 5 times I had dashed directly into the center of that fucking sore spot as Sonic or Shadow or whoever, and it would not count as a hit. And he would be down to like his last hit, 2 hits maybe, and I'd be down to maybe 10 rings, and by that time I'd get knocked back, and I'm fucked. I can't get over to switch. I can't get past his stuff to take another crack at it. I run out of rings and I have to start the boss over.
It's just so funny to hear how frustrated you are with it, and you're still frustrated with it because it's a broken fucking game.
But you know what? I still fucking beat it.
Oh!
So I have that satisfaction.
Dude, I want that satisfaction. I'm not going to lie. Well, let's talk about, first of all, I want to know who your favorite character is. Let's be honest. Who's your favorite character in this game, gameplay-wise and character-wise?
You got to love Sonic and Shadow's levels. I think they're fun, but I really do enjoy the Eggman levels. I think playing as Eggman was something that really hadn't happened in any of these Sonic games before. I'm sure there's other ones that have done it, but not as creatively implemented as this one, where he plays a key part in the story. He's crucial to what's going on, and his levels are fun. Going and finding those upgrades, running around the colony, his secret pyramid base where he has the extravagant 5 to 10 minute entry every time, apparently. I love, there is not a bad Eggman level. Even the stupid prison island one where you're just shooting doors and it's more like a carbon copy of Tails' first level, it's still fun. So Eggman is easily the best character in this game.
I'm going to do something here. I just wrote it down as you were saying it. I'm going to actually rate them in order, and I'll let you do the same thing.
Okay.
I'm going to go Sonic is my number 1, even though I think that is only because I have nostalgia for the first level of the game, because I feel like Knuckles is actually my favorite in this game. And so I'm going to give that a tie. So Sonic, Knuckles, Eggman's levels, because I agree with you. They're really good. Like as a platforming, like they put a lot of work into them. I even enjoyed the pyramid level, and it's hard, the shifting sand level or whatever it is, and that's a very difficult level, but I was like, this is
on
fun.
That note, just really quick, I think it's dumb that Tails and Eggman, when their mech hits sand, it's fucked. But if Sonic or whoever else touches sand, they can just jump out of it.
Yeah, up until the last level. That's why I couldn't beat it with the Bio Lizard, because I kept getting sand trapped.
Oh, you fall in that one little strip.
Yeah, off the level, dude.
Yeah.
So Sonic, Tails, Eggman, then I'm going to go Rouge, Rogue, whatever her fucking name is, the bat. Then I'm going to say Shadow, and then I'm going to say Tails, because I really dislike the Shadow levels. What would you rate your levels?
Eggman, Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Knuckles, Rouge.
Damn.
Rouge would be last. I only like maybe one of her levels.
They're very forgettable too. Yeah.
No, they're just horrible.
Oh, see?
They're bad.
Like the whole game.
The best way I can word it is Knuckles is the vanilla version of treasure hunting. You have as much time as you need. You can use the monitors. There's no fuckery with them. It's just a plain Jane level. You fly around, go catch your emeralds. On Rouge, every single one of her levels has a new and weird mechanic that is hindering your progress with those emeralds. You have the turtle in the fucking, I guess, dry
Oasis.
lagoon or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oasis, whatever level. That was dumb because you have to fight, I don't know, you have to kill a monster or something to unlock that, and it takes you in there, and there's no detection whatsoever. So you could fly around the first part of this room forever and ever and ever and ever, no ping of an emerald whatsoever, and then you take the turtle and it's right there. Eggman's door or key level, they have a little mantis locust robot flying around, which I thought that was kind of cool. That was interesting, but I still hate that level, Knuckles and Rouge aside. Chaos Emeralds, the timer, that's dumb as fuck. You have 15 minutes, Rouge. I only need 5. And then Eggman's bitching at her every minute on the dot.
Yeah, I turned down
Go back
the sound.
and watch that level. Every minute on the dot, Eggman is getting more and more pissed.
Yeah, I can't do it, dude. I turned down the volume. But I will say the music in this game is fucking great. It's
Crush 40,
really
man.
good. And especially that opening song, it's stuck in my head right now. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know what the fuck he says.
That's the Escape.
Yeah.
That's not the opening song.
Well, I mean...
Live and Learn is the opening song.
Live and Learn. Yeah, you're right. It's very catchy. They killed it. I would say the soundtrack for the first game and this game, absolutely amazing. totally holds up. That pop punk sound just makes me so happy. And even the normal levels, music and sound effects, pure Sonic Gold. I think that they did a wonderful job. I think in a lot of ways, this game, and I'm going to compliment it, is the full package. It is everything that Sonic 1 promised and even better. But with that said, I don't like it better than Sonic 1. So I have major issues with it. I would rather play Sonic 1 than this just because I think the level design is a lot tighter in the first game than it is in this. This is more corridors, whereas the first game felt a little bit more open-ended. Maybe the open world helped with that, but I feel like I'm constantly in a corridor. And eventually that's what Sonic games became. They just became fucking corridor.
This
after
one did
corridor.
so well that all of the successive Sonic 3D titles have kind of followed this pattern where there's no more open world. It's literally a linear story.
And
so
that's-
you have level, final boss done.
But
There's
that
no
becomes an issue.
exploration, no nothing.
Yeah.
I want to see the Sonic Adventure 1 hub worlds come back.
I want Sonic Adventure 3. I'm not going to lie. As much as
Nope.
I dislike this game, I want Sonic Adventure 3. I want to see what they would do. Why not?
The last so many Sonic 3D titles have been god awful, in my opinion. Lost World and what was the most recent one? Forces. They tried to make them entertaining. It had a couple good levels, but they're not near the quality of either of the Sonic Adventure games, in my opinion. And if they try to make a Sonic Adventure 3, they need a darker tone with better writing, like the first two adventure games, and they need better level design. It needs to have a challenge. I can't be sleeping through these levels. Something about Adventure 1 and 2, it takes a level of skill to play some of these levels. You have to build up to it, and that's where the replayability comes in. I played through Forces once, never touched it again.
I want to say I feel that Sonic Heroes, in many ways, is Sonic Adventure 3.
Yeah.
And so when we get to next season, hopefully that'll be the first game that we talk about on season 3 of We Are Bagu.
Hey everyone, it's just Stuck jumping in here to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And don't forget to join our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And don't forget to join our Discord. All links can be found in the description. With that said, back to the podcast.
Because I'm curious, do you have a top 5 levels? Any character, any level, or even boss fights? Or you know what? Do you want to do favorite boss and top 5 levels?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. What is your top 5 levels and your favorite boss in this game?
Okay.
Any character, any story.
All right, so Sonic City Escape is my number 1. No doubt. That's got to be number 1. My number 2 is Knuckles Pumpkin Hill mixed with Aquatic Mine. I really like Aquatic Mine, and I know that's a hot take, but I am a fan of that level. I think it's great.
I used to hate Aquatic Mine, but I'm not going to lie. I liked it a lot more this time around.
Right, and Pumpkin Hill, though, that is the quintessential Knuckles level.
Dude, the music, the atmosphere.
That fucking music. My girlfriend said that her brother sends her remixes of rap music all the time that uses the beat and like the hook of that, basically.
That's
if there
great.
is one. But like, I really like the song. It's really cool. Actually, insert it right here, Duck. Boom.
You know me, the fighting freak Knuckles, and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know.
You loved it. You loved it.
Boom, boom.
So I'm gonna do a tie on those two, but Pumpkin Hill probably just a little bit more. Sand Ocean, which is the Robotnik level, I will say I really enjoyed. Sonic Crazy Gadget. What is it?
Crazy Gadget is fun.
Crazy Gadget is hard,
but it is fun.
But it's fun. It's the speed and the rails and the outer spaceness of it. I really dug. And then Green Forest, which is also a Sonic level. My boss is gonna be King Boom Boo. My King Boom Boo. I like him. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a fun boss battle. It's frustrating. And once again, it does some stuff that eventually Mario 3D Land actually brought back the idea of the shadow underground, and you have to ground pound it, which in this game you have to dig down and get Boom out.
It's kind of the same mechanic, though.
Yeah. It's weird to see that eventually Nintendo and Sega, out of respect, seems to trade off a little bit of the gameplay mechanics on their biggest franchises. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sonic did it first. How about you? What's your top 5 and your boss? Battle.
Okay, so number 5 on my list, I'm going to go in reverse order here.
Okay.
Green Forest. It's fast, it's fun, the music pumps you up, it's good. It's a good all-around Sonic level.
It's just fun whenever you're swinging off the vines and stuff, and the way it looks, and like it just feels
And the
feels
soundtrack
Sonic.
is what I love the best, man. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum.
It's so
Oh,
weird that we both agree that's number 5. All right, what do you got for number 4?
All right. Number 4, I picked Cannon's Core, which I mistakenly called Critical Core multiple times before the cast. That is
Whatever.
what you play as all characters except Shadow, and you finish off with Sonic getting to the Cannon's Core. Something about the tone, the setting, all of the characters having to work together, fight all the robots. Mwah! Love it. So good.
Number 3.
Number 3, Pyramid Cave. Sonic breaking into Eggman's base.
that is a quick one, but it's not bad.
It's not bad at all, and you get the bounce bracelet there for the first time. That's probably my favorite upgrade in this game. And you can use it creatively in other levels too, which we'll touch on here in just a minute. Number 2, Cosmic Wall, Eggman's last level. A lot of really good platforming, good enemies. It's not overly annoying, overly challenging, but it is a fair level. You can fall off, you can die, but if you know what you're doing, you know how to control the mech, you will make it through the level fine. And it's fun.
Is that the one that's in the Final Rush level or before that?
It's in the Final Rush level, but you play as Eggman.
Okay, yeah, I like that a lot, especially with the green goo and the blocks coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing we forgot to mention in the final last story or whatever it's
Cannon's
called.
Core.
They bring in a lot of the time stoppers. And
Yeah, the little stasis mechanic where you freeze time and
Yeah.
things happen while time is frozen. That's really well done.
it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what's number 2?
That was number 2.
Oh, my bad. What's number
Cosmic Wall.
1?
Number 1 is a dead tie between Sonic's Final Rush and Crazy Gadget. Both of those levels are fast, they're fun, they're hard, and I had to put Final Rush near the top of my list because that level I play over and over more than anything else. City Escape is really good. There's a lot of other really good levels that I would have wanted to put in this top 5, but something about Final Rush and Crazy Gadget just perfect.
I like Crazy Gadget a lot. It's just like going up the rails, the short rails where you have to get the momentum to go up, and just the going down and then have to climb. It's pretty good.
My boss is King Boom Boo as well.
Ah, yeah. Boom,
So much
boom.
fun. It's easy, but I love the fight and all that stuff. I got a couple more things here for you, Duck.
Sure. Let's do it.
What did you think about the kart racing? It was really short. They forced it into the game very clearly. It was an afterthought. But after you cleared both stories, it was unlocked as a game mode where you could go back and play as each of the characters in this game in a kart. No?
No, I didn't know that you
Yeah.
could go back and play. I didn't take advantage of any of the battle stuff, any of the 2-player stuff, and that is something we need to talk about. Is on the after the Dreamcast release. Initially, it was called Sonic Adventure 2, but I know when it went to GameCube,
It was
battle it became Battle, and because of the 2-player mode, correct?
Yeah, because they fleshed it out a bit more.
Did you play the 2-player a lot or no?
Oh, yeah. Me and my sister played all the time. You could play through some of the best levels this game had because they knew what was good for 2-player and what wasn't. But we would do specifically the grind race all the time. There was maps that are specific to battle mode, and probably the most iconic is where there's these 2 rails, they go crazy, and you're spiraling in towards this
Crazy
pyramid,
rails.
and it's whoever can get to the end first. And me and my sister, what we would do what we called skydiving. I don't know if the community calls it that or not. Hop off the rail and try to fly your way
Nice.
down towards the next one. And oh, it's so much fun. I did that a little bit in Final Rush when I played through that on stream, but as far as that goes, you have to do something like that to smoke anyone in grind race.
That's
But
freaking awesome.
It's fun, dude. So it's not something that you'll play for probably more than an hour, maybe as co-op, but a couple people just sit around, play through some of the levels, the treasure hunting, the chow fights. They took each of the mechanics in this game and made a multiplayer mode out of it. It's really well done.
It makes me happy to hear the nostalgia in your voice when you talk about playing those levels with your sister, because when you did the stream, it was you and your sister, and you two seemed to be having a blast talking about the game. And it made me want to love the game, but this game is impossible to love. That's all I'm going to say.
You mess with the Chow Garden at all, Duck?
Fuck no! Because I wanted to. I actually got new batteries for my VMU, and then I started playing the game, and the more and more I played it, the more and more I hated it. And then I was like, I'm just not going to mess with this. And then on the Steam version, it's basically the GameCube version Which, did you have a link cable in the Game Boy Advance? I know that's how you did the Chow.
No, you don't need a link cable to do the Chow. I didn't have a link cable, but I did have Advance 2, so I could have if I did. But most of what me and my sister would do is we just kind of Tamagotchi'd it off of the GameCube. We'd log in, fuck around with the Chow, play a couple levels, get animals here and there, level them up, and do Chow races and Chow karate.
It is kind of cool that you collect little critters throughout the game. I do like that, and I think they're cute, especially the little apes, the little purple
It changes the form of the Chow, too. So the little power cores, it only levels up stats, but if you give them an animal, it'll actually change how they look. So your Chow could have like dragon wings or, fins and gills and shit.
And
or
horns, yeah.
Unicorn horn. And also, depending on whether you're using hero characters or dark characters, you can pet them and love them enough, I guess, to where they'll evolve. Or as my sister says, they'll die and go to either heaven or hell. So if you love them enough as a dark character, you unlock the Dark Chow Garden, and it's essentially Chow Hell. And the same goes for Chow Heaven, the
That's
Light
awesome.
Garden. It's dope. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
So how much time do you think you spent with the Chow? Just as much as you did playing the stages?
My sister went into the Chow Garden a couple times on stream, and there was one Chow in there named Brandy. I think that is the third Brandy I've had. I don't know. My memory card's corrupted a couple
Brandy,
times over the years.
you're a fine Chow.
That Chow is still going, is my point. I've had that one for years.
Brandy.
So
That's hilarious.
a
dude.
lot. I've spent probably more time than I'd like to admit in that Chow Garden.
Whatever, man. As long as you enjoyed it. So
100%.
they're cute. I get it. They're cuddly. I know there were plush dolls at the time. It was totally a cash grab character, but it fits. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's so out of left field. Like, it's like, what the fuck is this? But because the art style of Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 is so unique and uniquely Sonic Adventure, it fits well in it. And I like the idea of the Chow. I just didn't have the time to do it. I was just too busy rage quitting at the actual game. I do like that they hide the crates in the levels and you have to get the keys to go to the Chow Garden. I thought that was kind of cool. So occasionally I would grab one just to look at the Chow Garden for a second, and then I'd book it.
The character designs I really, really like in this game over Sonic Adventure 1.
A+, I agree.
They're not near as shiny and plastic looking as far as the remakes of Sonic Adventure 1 go. They look good, especially on the GameCube and Steam versions. It's just perfect. As you gain new power-ups and upgrades, I like that the character model evolves, and you can see them in cutscenes with these cool new upgrades and abilities they've got. I like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Which was your favorite upgrade, do you think?
Bounce bracelet, Sonic.
Oh, you did say that, right? My favorite has to be the air necklace because I needed it to beat that level. I like the sunglasses.
Blew me away when I was, dude, I never got the sunglasses.
I like the idea of the sunglasses. I didn't find them either, but I like the idea of them.
That was actually my last point, is there are some hidden and secret upgrades throughout this game, and some of which you don't need to clear these levels. Really helps if you have them, or it's just fun little shortcuts. Every single character somewhere in their levels has Mystic Light, and I believe I found mine in Shadow's level by accident, but that's it.
What's Mystic Light?
It's a little white orb that you can find hidden in one of each character's levels, and throughout all of their levels, it almost looks like the Master Emerald Shrine from Sonic Adventure 1. You stand next to it, it'll prompt you to hit whatever button to activate Mystic Light. On GameCube it was B, and it'll open up a secret pathway, either rings to Lightspeed Dash to a secret area, it'll open a secret door, or things like that. Just little hidden things, different pathways to get through the level. Love that as a kid, because you could go back and find new ways to attack and get through the level, open it up a little bit more for different styles of play.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that even existed, but I thought I saw some doors that looked like they could open, and I couldn't get them open. So that's
Mystic
what that
Light
was.
probably is what you needed.
Huh, that's fucking crazy. All right, Ethan. With all that said, I think we did a pretty good breakdown of this game and your love for it and my distaste for it.
Yeah, I think we went through everything.
And to be fair, the more I think about it, the more I think I like it. So I think that I would have been raging more if we'd done this cast yesterday or the day before. But playing through the last level kind of changed my perspective on it, and playing through it again today. But I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I've sunk so much time into this game that I
feel like if you would have given the story a chance instead of just skipping all the fucking cutscenes.
Oh, skipped hard.
Yeah, I think if you would have actually listened to the story, same thing with Sonic Adventure 1. If you would have paid attention to the story, listened to the characters, and figured out what was going on, maybe you would have found a shred of joy in this game because there is actually some stakes. It is enjoyable. There is character conflict. There is actual bad things happening. And then the fact that they all have to put their differences aside and come together and fight together at the very end to save the world is fucking amazing. No other Sonic game has done it that good. Dude, a level where you play as every single character back to back to back to back to back and then finish it off with a boss fight as Shadow, that's fucking perfect. Not to mention that fucking lizard thing at the end is dope. It looks freaky. That used to freak the shit out of me. And then you fight him as Super Sonic and Super Shadow? Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's awesome. You need to enjoy this game. Go back through, listen to the story, soak it in, come back into this with a sense of childlike wonder. Give it a chance, a fair shake. Don't come in and just fucking hate on it and shit on it, dude. It's fantastic.
It's more anime bullshit is what it is. It's terrible.
It's good storytelling.
It was a beautiful rant, though. I'll give you that, dude. That was very nicely done.
I tried to tap into my inner hobby for that.
Yeah, that was beautifully done. We got to get to our rating. Of course, we began last year, the first episode, by doing Sonic Adventure, and we decided that we were going to use the Sonic Adventure rating system. Sonic Adventure, obviously, is written large in the lore of this podcast already.
Absolutely.
I'm not against it completely because I love how much you love it. As my friend, when I see your nostalgia for it, I get excited. I want the same thing. Just never happened for me. So playing this game, getting endlessly frustrated, angry, understanding that there was a challenge, talking to you over and over again, going, I hate this. Playing this game around my girlfriend and her being like, dude, you need to quit playing this game because you are so fucking mad when you play it. Because I'm not even joking.
Dude, you were getting livid. Like, you...
Oh my God!
I can see your blood boil.
Literally, my blood pressure raises thinking about the levels of this game. And that's why I said, I've got to give up. I got to BioLizard and I was like, I'm done. I can't play anymore. We need to do this cast. I need to put this shit behind me. So with that said, rating wise, I will go first. I give it a C, edging on a C+, because of my experience with the game. If I were to give it a fair rating, it's probably an A, I would say. It's not a terrible game, but I got to go off of my experience and my own personal thing. I'm going to say C+, simply because I like the Knuckles level so much. Ethan, it's not Sonic Adventures 2's fault that Duck sucks at it. I'm reading exactly what your name says. How do you feel? What is your score?
This game is an S tier.
Dude, that's too fair to this game. Are you kidding me?
If I could rate it higher, I would, because this is the last good 3D Sonic game.
I got you.
Should I say this is the best of the trio that kind of released all around the same time? In my eyes, kind of that being Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Sonic Heroes. They're kind of, like you said, that's the pseudo Adventure 3. I love this game. It's probably heavy nostalgia for me, just because I've been playing it as long as I have. But I think it's far more engaging and replayable than a lot of the other Sonic titles that have come out as of late. I love the music. I love the atmosphere. The levels are so much fun to go and play through, even all these years later. Glitches and all. Chow Garden, love it. Hunting for all these upgrades, going back and finding all the secret stuff, fantastic. And of course, my main man right here, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. I love how his head just fucking bounces like the Canadians from South Park the whole fucking game. All of the art that he's in, it looks so badass and intimidating. Yeah. And then you see the 3D model and he's like, hey, guy, we got to find the core, guy. We got to go and defeat the BioLizard, guy.
All right, you sold me. S tier. That's fine. I'm not changing my score, but
I've locked in your C, bud.
But here's the thing is, I agree with you. For those who grew up with this game, it's going to hold a special place in your heart. For me, I think it should rot in hell in the Chow Garden hell version of it. Fuck this game. But we hope that you enjoyed it, and we hope that you enjoyed this podcast, and we appreciate you listening. So this has been Duck. I've been here with
Dr. Reverend Professor. Oh no, I've been here with Ethan, baby.
And Professor, dude, that would be the best.
You've been here with Ethan and Duck, baby. That's how it goes.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. And fuck, we got to remind you something though.
What are we reminding them of?
It's very important from season 1 that they understood this.
Oh, you got to know it.
And you got to never forget this.
Never.
You ain't Billy Mitchell, bitch. So stop trying.
Just stop.
And there it is. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast a like. And if you enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, that's Javi. We're breaking down pop culture, and we're having a blast. Heroes, Gyros, a Dungeons and Distractions side quest. Me and the boys were playing some D&D and we're having so much fun. I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people where I sit down with some of my favorite people on this planet. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. And finally, Camp Slash Horrorcast. That's our weekly video cast. Join us every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Twitch as we break down our favorite horror movies from the past. Check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And don't forget to join our Discord. All links can be found in the description. With that said, thank you again for checking out the podcast today. We truly hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please share with your friends. That's the only way we can grow this channel. With that said, we'll see you on the next one.